anyway, because on my children.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bismarck Human Relations Committee. No, thank you. No, I'm gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order. I do apologize, we are just a few minutes late. I
Rather late
believe
than never.
Whitney is taking roll as we speak, so I'll go ahead and read the HRC mission. Purpose of the Bismarck Human Relations Committee is to create an atmosphere of inclusion, equality, and accessibility through education and outreach to recognize the value of a diverse community. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up to agenda item number 1, public comment. Public comment. Okay. Welcome.
Guys, we have treats
We
to
do
celebrate
not
Seth's
have
birthday
any
this year.
public comment at the moment, so we'll go ahead and move into agenda item number 2, approval of the meeting minutes. Did everybody have an opportunity to look over the meeting minutes? Perfect.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve from Sal. Second from Darcy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. All those opposed, same sign. Hearing no opposition, meetings are approved. And that takes us right into agenda item number 3, partnered events. I'm gonna open up the floor for agenda item 3A, families around the world, if somebody would like to take that.
And I'll be there the whole time. Love said they could. You'll be there, right? We have rocks and stuff.
Oh crap. I forgot.
When is it?
That's next week. It's Monday.
Monday?
Yep.
I can probably come because my mother-in-law will be in town.
It's 6 to 8. I'll plan on just leaving the studio by 5, getting here 5:15, whatever. I didn't email the inventory of stuff, but I have it in my brain because I was gonna carry it in. And then I figured I'm not hauling it all in today to pick it up Monday, so,
Monday,
Yeah.
the 27th in the basement of the library. Public
I think
library.
it's upstairs. I thought part of it was.
Most of it's upstairs.
Oh, very nice.
Downstairs,
Yeah.
yeah. But I have 20 water bottles roughly.
Okay.
I have
Roughly
a zip,
the same.
I have large bags of stuff, a large bag of suckers, a large bag of, Jolly Ranchers,
Okay.
it's just candy, and then I have about 20 pens left. And I have, I don't know how you wanna write this down, about this many stickers.
Like, when you
Only
hold
like
them
5
or
inches.
end to end?
Stickers, like stacked up,
Oh,
I
so
would say
that's a
5
lot.
inches of stickers.
and,
That's a lot of stickers.
so I have a lot of, but there, I guess there could be the old logo tattoos mixed in there, but
That's okay.
and then I've got a large gallon Ziploc bag full of our brochures. And then I have the tablecloth, the runner, the tripod, and the
Family.
banner. And so whoever, I will not be here for the April meeting, because I'll be out of the country, so I will send that stuff back with somebody that can bring it
Okay.
back to the next meeting.
So the only thing you're missing is the kitchen sink. Is that right?
Yes.
But, there's, cause what did we have also? I don't have any chopstick left. I don't have any, we had, the lifesavers with our logo, but the other candy goes fine. I don't know if we need to. Like the lifesavers go really well, but I don't know how much people really pay attention to the sticker on the
Okay.
Probably not.
candy.
Yeah, if it's, that wrapper just gets thrown probably.
Yeah.
So we could maybe, if it costs us more to print candy, it might be cheaper just to buy candy and use that money somewhere.
It's reducing the friction.
Okay.
Is someone else gonna bring rocks this
I
side?
was, but I haven't had a chance to dig them out of my garden.
Okay.
I can go look at my storage unit and how many I have, and then I gotta test the paint markers too.
Somebody was,
I'll bring what I have, I'm not gonna, if I knew.
Yeah, I would just bring what you had. I feel like we had more than enough last time.
My roll washed, I believe.
Okay.
I'll just bring like, so like, I have plenty of those. Disposable tabletop, it should be probably, I know we have,
I just didn't pick one up easy.
I can see if I have one, I'll text you if I don't
Yeah,
have
no,
one.
it was in my studio, it's a Dollar Tree, so.
So what time do we say we're gonna be there, 5:30?
I'm gonna leave my studio at 5, so it's off 5:15. Maybe at the latest.
So eight, so we said,
Yep, it goes 6 to 8. I did request, I had the director of the Global Neighbors request to put our booths next to each other because they also need manpower and so that way I might have to, and our missions mesh well, so I thought it was great.
Yep.
But
wear your t-shirts if you're gonna be.
T-shirts.
Fine.
Just fine.
fine.
Did everybody have a T-shirt?
No, you don't have any big enough for a random size.
You need to order. We'll take care of that, Carl. All right. Who all is able to or considering attending?
I was for my job, but I'm double booked, so I haven't.
Okay.
Monday, I got to get
Okay,
my mother-in-law will be in town, so.
okay. So at least 3 of us, possibly 4 or more. Okay. Anything else on families around the world? Questions, concerns? All right. Hearing no more, we'll move on to agenda item 3D Band Night Parade.
You know what they, or what day it is?
We're gonna look right now. So I received email from Arnold Jordan. Arnold is the coordinator for Band Night Parade. He's an employee at Eckroth Music. And City of Bismarck, which has been last year, HRC did as well. This year's event is Friday, May 12th.
I won't be there. This is
Second Friday,
of the month.
If I recall, it was like 5 to 8. Roughly.
yeah, let's see here. Can you for more information? 6:30 is the time the parade starts, weather permitting. Register the parade route, same as it was last year, go down 6th, turn on Avenue C, go north on 4th, back to the Capitol. It's a payment, I don't know what the amount is without registering all the way through. At least it implies there's a payment because there's a credit card thing at the bottom, payment methods.
I'll tell you what the fee is.
Oh,
I think if we're gonna do it, we should get a pickup and a trailer.
They just wrote down classic car or truck.
I mean, I have a pickup and I have a friend who has a flatbed trailer, who probably use.
But even if we had a car of some sort. Where we could put the banner on the side if we had to, that would be better. That way if people need to rest.
Yep.
We can hop in, get out.
I don't have a classic car.
I will be out of state. You're not here.
No, I'm not sticking to conference.
I'm not available.
No,
I'll be here.
okay. That would drop us down to 5. Here's my thoughts. Last year. We had what, 8 altogether, and we were the smallest group walking in the parade. If we're going to have a parade present, we want a present. We want groups of people. What we had tried last year was, we kind of did it last minute, didn't we? Inviting people. We wanted to invite like organizations we had worked with before to see if they would like to join us. To showcase the diversity and beauty of Bismarck as the Human Relations Committee. Don't know if we pulled that off last year.
I feel like we had plenty of time, but it just seemed like people were. I think it was committed and then the weather really played
Actually, it was nice last year.
not leading up to it.
yeah, it was nice after the parade started. It was
Yeah.
crap. Prior to that, it was
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
A lot of layers, it was really windy.
We could reach out to and maybe partner with, that would have maybe some manpower.
My thoughts would be Bismarck Global Neighbors.
My thoughts too, but then part of me is like, what if they decide to have their own? I mean, I guess you could partner, haven't, but we have a new executive director.
But I mean, they could put there, I mean, they could put both banners. I mean, it might be a better presence for both.
Absolutely, there's 12 bands that march together from Southwest North Dakota and they all have their banners. There's nothing wrong with
I think,
partnering.
I mean, we have a close enough mission that it would probably make sense if we could get even maybe a few organizations
I don't-
that have similar,
But outright,
Yeah.
you guys, anything that
That's
you're,
one thing I'm turning to the year.
yeah,
you know, so at least we, you know,
Okay.
Brendan won't
I
mind.
can put the request in.
Winter's over. I forgot.
As of today.
So I can put that request into Leah.
Okay.
I'll email her about it, the Van Night Parade.
We,
Who's the executive director for Golden Neighbors.
okay,
no, it's Julie.
No, it's not anymore.
Oh, they switched again?
Yeah, we had Julie as an, or we have Leah as an interim.
Okay.
Again, she was the founder.
Past director.
Yep. And
Leah
then
Hargrove.
we had to bring her back on.
Okay,
Until we put the position out there. So I can reach out to her.
my thought. And I want to hear what everybody else thinks.
I think it's a great idea.
Don't even trust me like that. If we aren't able to pull in a couple organizations, I feel like we might not want to do it.
I do think this year is probably going to be a better year because we won't have as many politicians, correct? Like, I don't think we're gonna get lost in the sauce there.
Yeah.
So I think it was
It's
a
true.
lot of
Yeah.
people running last year. So this year, I think there would be a lot less of that. So there might be more focus. But I agree, you need more than 4 people swapping, because even if 6 of us here can commit, in reality, we then, if 6 can commit, we want to plan on 4, because things happen and stuff comes up.
When's the
That's
deadline
the
due
case.
send for registering?
I didn't see anything, but I can sure find out on Arnold.
But when you register, that's where you in the lineup. So the sooner you register, the more towards the front you are.
How do you know that?
Just because my sister's been in it with the radio station for years, everybody tries to get theirs in first. Cause he'll lead the parade then. Or do we want to be at the back in case we don't have a big crowd? We can-
If it will help, I have 3 ponies I can drag them into,
Oh my
and I'll
God.
just leave, that'll draw some
Can
attention.
I ride one?
That'd be fun though.
But if we reach out to Global Neighbors and Dakota Outright, and maybe there's even some other commissions within the city that might be interested in just kind of,
See if like BSC Diversity Committee would want to join us and
Is there one on the Mary?
I don't believe, I don't know. I need
Well,
to not
we have
miss.
some podcast host guest coming on that we can ask, because she's
Yeah.
all about diversity.
Yeah.
She teaches at University of Mary.
Oh, perfect.
She's on, I'm also texting her right now.
So. I think instead of like a classic car, I think a truck and a trailer would probably be best because then a majority of us could sit on there or, you know.
can I get an
throw
inflatable?
candy,
Can I get an inflatable
for the
to
trailer.
put on the trailer?
Yeah,
Like, good people can ride on?
No, like a giant
Like
foam
those-
finger or
Oh.
rainbow or,
Yeah, I was like.
Santa
no, we can't
Claus,
Put a
the
bouncing
Easter
house
Bunny.
on a trailer driving down.
I mean, that would be fun too.
about,
With it, we cannot do that.
Safety
See that.
together.
I don't know. What do you think, Darcy?
I like the idea.
We could decorate it like a Mardi Gras float.
Wrong state. Then it doesn't matter if we have 4 people or 40.
Right, if it's a truck and a trailer.
If it's if we put something on it or do something with it to make it
Okay,
visible.
okay, what kind of cost for the rental for that stuff?
my pickup and Jen's trailer, so nothing. And it's an electric truck, so we'll just plug it in, so.
Oh, let's go. Okay.
Never seen an electric truck. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like,
Okay, well then, do we just wanna go ahead and get in the parade? Okay. If all else fails and only two of us can be there, then we'll need to rent the ponies. Because then at least we'll have ponies.
My job couldn't come, but we had just two of
If
them.
we have horses, I bet I could get a
Oh,
slew of
you and
people.
Kelly Barn?
Yeah, I just got in myself. So.
Yeah, we could have, and I mean, if we have a truck and a trailer, we could put 2 or 3 banners on it and show a group of people in the city that work together.
I mean, and then it's like diversity and inclusion of every, you know.
Right.
Yeah, what do you think, Sergiana?
I'm not
Like
gonna
it?
be here, but I like your video.
Not my.
Take pictures with the ponies there.
I've already put the request into Global Neighbors so that I don't forget.
Well, if the committee is in agreement, then we might as well go ahead and get in the parade. I have it in my calendar, so our goal last year was for each of us who can attend to at least try and invite, 5 people to join us? Because that's, we may get one.
I will not put Blake in charge of the county this year.
I'll let some people know. We need-
And then everybody else can have another like 5 bags.
Rations.
Yeah, I'll let some people know, but I
Yeah.
won't be on.
If there's any organization that you know of that would want to join us, have them show up at a meeting here and we'd love to work with them. So I think that would be great.
Okay, what I'm hearing is that you would like us to register the Human Relations Committee for the parade. Okay, and we will add this to the April meeting, because by the time you have a May meeting, you'll have been able to talk about the parade. We'll put it on for next month, and then, as you say, if there are others that want to come and participate, great. It'd be really nice if you all came back with a head count of how many you think you'll have. One thing that we could potentially help with, so the banner, I believe there's just one. So depending on how you want to decorate your vessel, we may be able to use our paper plotter upstairs and print out some pretty good size logos that you could take to the door of the truck or something like that. They would be on paper. It wouldn't be like these vinyl banners that you have now, so. Because you only have one, so it would either go on the front of the truck or the back of the trailer. If you wanted 2, you put them on each side of the door, each side of the vehicle or something like that.
It's electric cars, so I get to worry about blocking the radiator.
Yeah,
Right?
and I feel like
Leave it open
we,
the front and drive it.
you know, I would request that Nicole dresses up as a historical figure from Bismarck.
Oh, sure.
Maybe little casino or.
Historical. Don't dare me.
Okay,
Pictures are-
I
He
think-
dresses all the historical.
Just all.
I think that we have that under control. Everyone okay with moving on from there?
We
Okay,
have pictures from last year's.
yes,
Do I have them? If not, can someone send them to me for the annual report?
yes.
I'll go through my pictures this weekend. and
I
see
thought
what
I sent them to you. I need to send you and Galen our last recording too.
Okay. Is everyone comfortable moving on to the next agenda item?
Yes.
All right. 4, build committee recognition. Agenda item 4A is These Are Your Neighbors podcast.
Well, we recorded. So Sardiana and I are finally like, I think, getting the feel of being hosts. So it's starting, and we had Jason on, and Sister Kathleen last week. And I think it's starting to feel more conversational, less interviewee. And reach out regarding the tech issues. There's been some
No.
tech issues on, not on our end.
No, the first The first one, they never played it at 7 like they were supposed to. So it was supposed to be our premiere and it never got played. So I contacted them, they didn't play till 7:30. This past Saturday, it was supposed to be, it's Jasmine's. For some reason, there was no sound. And people were trying to listen to it and contacting us saying, so then I went on it, no sound, so I have to contact Ben about that. So there's been some tech stuff. So Ben emailed Tia and I, the two we recorded last week, so Sister Kathleen's and Jason's. So I'll just respond to that email, but we have the next 4 guests, possibly 5 guests booked. So next month, we're gonna record 3. Yep. In one sitting, so it's Roxanne Romanic, and she's gonna talk about disability advocacy. Nancy Guy, former city commissioner, she's gonna talk about not something like, we're gonna ask her stuff about the hate crime ordinance, but also her father was William Guy, he used to be a governor. So we're gonna talk about women in politics and what her dad taught her as far as political things and being like a diversity in politics and things like that. And then, I don't know, Stacy Schaefer's next, so do you
Yeah.
wanna?
She's with 31, the founder of 31/8 Project, which is a human trafficking nonprofit here in town. So we're gonna talk to her. Her and I haven't lined up specifically yet what we're going to talk about, but we're thinking about just human trafficking in general. So the differences between labor trafficking and sex trafficking and how prevalent it actually is in North Dakota and Bismarck. She also does the demand risk reduction program or something like that, where a lot of times people believe that prostitution is a victimless crime. And so they can go through this program and where they learn really like about human trafficking and the effects that their behavior has, and it reduces risk significantly. She can also talk about some social media safety. So her and I are going to meet as soon as she gets back in the state and meet female and line up what we're going to talk to her about specifically. But that's all for April. And then May, we have Karen from Global Neighbors. She's a professor at the University of Mary. Is a professor of sociology with a big focus on diversity, inclusion, and just the impacts that different cultures has in a community. So we'll be able to have just really a great conversation with her. And then we're hoping, it has to kind of go up the chain of command, but we're hoping to get a gentleman named Grant from the National Guard to speak in May as well. He's with recruiting and retention, but he can talk about, he's also trained in a lot of the resiliency and mental health stuff that we have in the Guard. We talk about the importance and kind of how they've reduced that stigma in the organization, but also the importance of a diverse force, I guess, but not just, I think a lot of times when we hear the word diversity, we just assume race, but we're talking diversity across age, gender, civilian professions, enlisted officers, race, obviously, just kind of all of that is what we're hoping for, but it has to get approved, because
I mean, if it doesn't work out for him, we're gonna look at maybe shifting from military to law enforcement and the same topics as far as
Yeah.
mental health and dealing with all the things that law enforcement see out there, the mental health things. And then after that, we're hoping, Jen, we haven't reached out to them yet, but in June to do Sean and Ann Cleary. Both of them were brother and sister. One's a senator, Sean's a senator, Ann's in the city commission, just regarding things with politics and maybe other things. It's really interesting when we book these guests because we think this is what we're going to talk to them about, but then we have them send their bio and there's a very expansion on things that we didn't even know about them. So, I mean, there's been very good conversation. I do think we're doing a lot better
yes.
than the first episode, and Jason was amazing. He's very vulnerable and open to what we were asking him. He did an amazing job. He's our favorite. I know, not that we're biased or anything.
How much did you pay them?
200.
He literally was
Favorite of 3.
Right, I'm bad.
no words, bye.
Okay, if you got.
We do find that a lot of the people that we're leaning towards are women.
That's why we purposely asked.
Yeah, if there's any, like, we need to add more men to our, because we've got a spreadsheet going of potential lists that the committee's recommended that we know. We definitely are seeing a need for some more males in who we are contacting. So if you guys have anyone off the top of your head, definitely ping us so that we can add them to our list.
We do have like quite a few other people that we would ask, but we're trying to
Wait until session for some.
move the session and even them out between males and females.
Yeah.
And because of people different ethnicities, of course, as well. So, and we're trying to do different topics, so it's not like, oh, we did a topic regarding like disability, but then like 2 months later, we did the same topic. So we're trying to do different topics as well, and it just seems that with all these varying topics, our experts seem to be females.
Yeah.
That we know. Or that people have reached out to us about, because we've had people who have told us names and we followed them, and they happen to be females.
And one thing, like, if you guys are thinking, it's easy to think of like subject matter experts, but you have to also keep in mind, like, just because they're really knowledgeable on a topic doesn't mean they're
People
super easy, to,
Interview.
yes, yeah. So they have to have that balance of personality too. They don't all need to be Jasons, but you know, pretty close.
His husband Dakota Goodhouse might be able to speak on like a Native American topic. He is.
Oh, you know, I heard her speak today at the Capitol, you said his name.
Cardinal Redbird.
Yes, he's an amazing speaker.
Yep.
Can you
Cardinal
give us his
Redbird.
contact information? He lives in Bismarck.
Yeah, he started the Two Spirit Society. Dakota Goodhouse is amazing with Indigenous representation and history.
And someone gave me, what's her name? I think her last name's Baker, I could be wrong, but she's the head of Native Inc.
Oh, no,
Rain
Davis.
Well,
Yeah.
Davis, I say it was wrong. Where is it?
Cheryl Carey
Or
is
Scott Davis.
pipe, isn't she? You have Nana Wise as a new American who opened a business. He runs the barber shop, Oaken Wise.
Oh, in the Gateway Mall.
Global Neighbors,
Oh, what's that one?
Nana Wise.
Broke his mirror one for.
I'll say that, that's my barber. And my friend. Yeah.
They always have stuff going on there too, like cool events and stuff.
There's also Ricardo.
Yes.
Lisa, he's on our list,
Yeah,
and Sassy's on our list too.
I sent them, I don't know if he is. I was really thinking my job cabin, we do a lot of work on housing. Which most people like based on investigation, most people don't know it.
Who's,
And April is like, fair housing.
who's the head of, I heard her testify, what is her name? Who else works with you for fair housing? Yes, Kelly, what's her last name?
Kelly goes.
yeah, cause right now with the way cause once we got April and May set up, so we're already reporting into May, but those aren't like, when will those be released?
Like right now, we've recorded how many? 4, 5?
5.
5, and we're only on 2.
Yeah, only our second one has been put out, so we're quite a ways behind, but
So they do 2 weeks at a time. So like Jasmine right now, we're on Jasmine. So hers was last week and then this week it's Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. And then next week it'll be Megan, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So we're recording way ahead of, so yeah, like Jason's won't be out for a couple months.
That's okay.
so.
But they're, when he sends them to us, so Ben sent them to us. To listen to it, which we really don't listen to it right away anyways. I only listen to make sure if I had to re-record something that it worked. But they'll put those out right away. Like he'll put them out but it's just on the radio or on 102.5 those 2 different times. We won't be other weeks.
I would really like to find ways that we can organically grow that list. Like, I don't, whether it's just this committee or encouraging our family and friends to make sure we're sharing it when the city of Bismarck shares it on social media. Cause I definitely think we need more people to,
Share the light.
cause like Kaylin here will post, like, so he posted when they released Jasmine's a picture of us and then with the information, so people can go listen to it.
The link. Okay,
And then he'll share the next one, which will be Megan.
Yep.
He'll share that like probably the Monday before hers releases on Tuesday.
okay.
Just so, yeah, that's why we take pictures.
Got
And then
it.
there's, take random pictures, don't want to see them all.
It's not because we love you. We take those with everybody.
So it's gonna be on. It's my Facebook.
She edits them, you know.
Mm.
It's not like the ones they took and was saying, we didn't know they're on Tuesday.
So just ways that we can kind of grow that. Yeah, excellent.
Do you think there would be some value in, I cannot think of their name, but do you maybe one on why pronouns are important?
Zayden.
Zayden, yes.
We tried to get him on, he couldn't due to his internship. And then I said, well, why didn't you come on after an internship? He's like, I'm moving to Denver. I'm like, wah, wah, wah.
They are not moving to
Oh, they're
Denver
not?
anymore,
Okay,
so.
so I can reach out to Zayden again.
Yeah.
Do you know when the internship is done, Jason?
No,
I just don't
but
know.
that brings to mind, we could also invite somebody from Good Road. They expanded the MHA Nation Recovery Community into Bismarck. I mean, they have now three or four sober houses, outpatient, inpatient mental health services. And
So I say that would probably be this summer or later, because we just got to make it.
Yeah,
you.
One
had
other,
something.
yeah, you were looking for, to have some balance to your guests. One name that I was thinking of is Brent Ekstrom. Brent is with the Lewis and Clark Regional Development Council, and they're a collaborator with, where did it go? I just had it here. Basically, they're for low income and fair housing. They are the group that just rehabilitated the former Baptist home on
Oh,
1100 Boulevard.
I said it's really good.
Community Works of North Dakota is a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing affordable housing and development opportunities. It's part of the National Neighbor Works America Network. CWND benefits communities throughout North Dakota in many ways by providing affordable first and second mortgages for individuals and financing for pre-development acquisition and construction of multifamily and low-income housing.
How do you spell his last name?
Ekstrom is EK. Oh, sorry, EK. STROM.
Community Works, I think it's where Nancy and I used to work.
Yes, I was gonna say, when you meet with
Yes.
Commissioner Guy, she can tell you a lot more about what they do because
I didn't
that's
know
where
what
she
it was.
retired from. But they've got a nice website. They've got a board of directors. I think that might be somebody else that could talk about what it means to be low income and how housing can be a challenge for some.
Because that's like a theme, housing being a challenge, because Sister Kathleen talks about that. I know Roxanne is talking about that. So that's the theme of different populations. Needs to be addressed.
One last question that I had. Do we know at any point if we are going to be inviting city commissioners to join any of these conversations with people?
like on the podcast. Well, and,
Well, we're talking to Anne.
yeah, so we,
Then Mayor Schmitz would probably be next.
Yeah.
I do know Commissioner Marquardt had been interested in being involved in public conversations after we had the whole,
Crime ordinance.
thank you, hate crime ordinance. Public hearing. They mentioned that, so just a thought. Otherwise, have we looked
I apologize, it's been a long day and a long weekend. Um, otherwise, I think we had talked about our annual event possibly doing something like that, correct? Correct. I just answered my own stinking question.
You have to think about things.
Maybe that's something that needs to be added to our agenda for next month is a conversation about our, because we were discussing having it in the summer versus October, correct? Like a similar event,
I can't remember.
because I thought we discussed possibly having something else. Then,
The last time, I think we decided we would have just one event.
oh, so maybe I'll just go with that.
Just one event and moving it from October
Maybe from
to November.
Oh,
And is that, I think we'll have to pull minutes. Maybe we could ask city admin to put together our last decision
It
on.
was a few months ago.
I'm guessing it was January,
I don't remember.
because I don't remember, and I know it wasn't in January.
World. Neighbors, how's your business? Okay.
You think if we're thinking about trying to grow the podcast, that there would be some value to reach out to one of the news stations and talk about what we're doing?
Yeah, we can, just so you know a little bit. You know, I could reach out to our flow day, they let us know.
Yeah.
And I know Beaver would too.
There we go.
We'll host one event in 2023. The goal will be for the event to take place near the end of October or early November to align with the committee's anniversary. The group discussed having all podcast guests be invited to participate in a forum at the event. The event will also use this event to present the 2022 Humanitarian Award.
And I think we were pushing more towards November because October is a lot of a different events.
Last year was for sure.
Okay. Like early November before holidays started.
My recommendation, since that's no, even though we're looking at November, next month is April,
Right.
May, June, July, August, September. I would say we start talking about it at least like at that 6 month mark.
Okay.
It, since we also.
To advertise or anything.
Just
wanted
the
to do
more
that.
solidified we can get it, the area we can get reserved, speakers lined up, because speakers are booking out. Yeah, so that would be ideal, even if it's a save the date type for us, but. Also that way too, the board or our committee can all make it, unless we already have something on our calendars, can try to make it a priority so we can all be there.
Thank you. Any more on These Are Your Neighbors? Thank you, everyone, for that robust interactions. Let's move on to agenda item 5, annual report.
So April 25th, right, Jason?
Whenever you're ready.
Not ready now, but this weekend I will probably have time to go through to see what I need pictures of and which I don't. So last year, I just want to make sure I have all the events. So we did the band and parade. We had our own event, which I know I have. And I have Pride, I know I have stuff from that. And then we did families, was it last year we did families around the world? And I know I have that.
MLK Junior celebration.
Oh, I need stuff from you. Well, that was this year. I have last year's.
I think I have this here, if I'm not good.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we take pictures? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
So,
So are those all the events that we did from last year?
Parade.
So, yep, I wrote parade.
Yes, the meeting of the design.
Oh, yeah, I have
was
that.
that last?
Yeah, it was January. I have her stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I have that stuff. So the only thing I might need is Van Eyck Parade, but I thought you had sent it to me, but if I can't find it, I'll shout.
Yeah.
I think I have everything else.
There's two.
Okay, I'll just look through my text messages or emails. And I'll just let you know. So I'll just do it by month is how I'm gonna do it. Like starting at the beginning of the year, going to the end of the year. And then I'll talk about like what we're looking forward to, we're doing this year. Some of the stuff's already done.
Mhm.
But it's gonna already be April, so I can talk about that, but what else do we wanna talk about? Do we? I always wanna talk,
Identify your goals, show what
Okay.
you're working towards.
for 2023, okay? Now we're gonna talk about something else. And how we're gonna word that.
I'm listening.
It was regarding something that, oh,
Facilitating community conversations.
Yeah. I think it was about with, depending on legislation, I mean, we're looking at addressing some things at the city level.
recommendations, basically.
Correct. Yep, because they didn't let the hate crime out, or no, they let it out of the committee, but it died. No, they didn't even let it out of committee.
It was on a committee that passed.
Yeah. So we'll be discussing the hate crime ordinance again. And we could tie that in with, we look forward to all of you joining us at our annual event. Since you asked for community conversations, we can't wait for all of you to attend our event in October with community leaders and representatives from a diverse cross section of our city, our beautiful, amazing city.
You should write the report, you're so good.
I'm just gonna-
Did you say you
If
did
you
it on
want.
the paper?
If you want, we can work on that, and if you want, I can invite them or talk about that part if that's you.
The one won't be on there anymore, so
Yep.
you know one.
I'm also happy to help proofread.
Yeah, I'll send it out definitely for sure. I need a. Yeah, definitely. Even if it's English version, so you probably don't want me.
I'm okay on the second set.
I either am away.
I'll just use the same format that we used in the past. Okay. I just gotta find one from last year and I'll start. Well, look this weekend for pictures for sure.
So anybody who would attend is welcome.
So Jason, are you just, Monica, are you just gonna then put something out that we're meeting and we may have a forum over no business will be discussed for the 25th, just in case we have more than
Oh,
one of us?
we sure can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And all it really is we just kind of sit in the audience in the front row.
And then we're usually, they just,
Support her.
well, how's it, usually it just, generally they do a consent agenda and then we're generally first or second. is how it works.
So
So it's not long. So consent agenda is real quick usually.
the only thing that would slow it down would be if there's any public comment, because that's their
Oh.
very first thing.
Yeah.
We won't know until the agenda's built.
Situations.
What can we do to support you?
I'll just send it out so you can proof it and I just need the pictures, but I did it last year, so it shouldn't be.
Would you like this on the agenda again next month, since you'll have one more opportunity to meet
Yeah.
for the meeting?
Anything else?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, not for that, no.
We'll move on to agenda item 6, other business, open floor.
So something I think for us to think about, I don't know, when I talk about the HRC, I have people constantly asking how they can get involved. And when I tell them they can join us at a meeting, you know, when people ask to get involved, they typically want to volunteer in some capacity. So just thought maybe we could, I typically just say, you know, if there are organizations that you're currently involved with, that the missions align, like we would love to chat and hear what you guys do. But do you guys have any other ways that you encourage people to come learn more about us other than just sit at our meetings?
One suggestion, if I may, it's just, well, you were talking about this, what if you started to collect their names and information, and when you have band night events, you call these people and say, hey, you wanted to get involved, guess what, we need you in the parade.
What a brilliant
That'd be
idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We could create little business cards or something, and you could put your contact information on there, and maybe on the cards and stuff. Date, time, location of the meeting, or your personal contact information, or whatever it may be.
Yep.
And then you start to just keep those in your purse, your wallet, wherever it's at, when someone approaches you, or at your tables. Join us, here's how, here's when, here's what we do. Sign up, and maybe through a sign up sheet, you can start to build a contact list, and then you blast everybody saying, hey, if you wanna walk in the parade with us,
That would be great.
sign up, here's the date, time, and location of where you need to be.
And sometimes it's a lot of fun to get together with a group of people and march in the parade.
Can we ask for a couple sign-up sheets to be made?
Sure.
For us to have at our tables?
Yeah.
From city admin as well as business cards? Do we just want generic ones?
I think the generic where we can write that it's just more cost effective. We can write our own.
I think they make templates for these things where we could
Okay.
print them as Avery punch out type things and just put some blanks on there where you could fill in some information, just put the logo on it, and Human Relations Committee meets the third Monday of every month at 5:15 in this address. On the back, you put whatever you want on it.
Perfect.
Except for 2 months.
Yep,
Sure.
okay,
Put the mission statement on there or something, and
yep.
Yep.
I think we should put Darcy's name on all of them with her phone number.
Are you taking my idea?
It'll be good. I like that idea to just be able to hand them out to people.
I
No,
don't know how you do it, but wouldn't it be easier if we had one of those QR codes where they could just scan it and then put in their
Yeah, we
first name, last
talked
name?
about that.
I don't know how it works.
It's easy enough to do if you use Google Chrome.
So we talked about a QR code last month, but I think that was for the podcast.
QR code is basically, it's a direct link to a web page. So a QR code, in this case, you could put the QR code on the business card and it could take them to the HRC's page on the city's website. I don't know how to make that work for any sort of sign up information. That's something that we'd have to probably build in Chrome on the backside using Google Docs or something, and we don't do that here. So it might be easier just to sort your information with a pen and pencil for now.
what do your tech guys do?
I'm not sure. Unlock us when we have our 22-word password get locked.
Are you getting any brilliant ideas there?
I hope not. We're in trouble if I do.
Did we order any swag yet?
Things off.
Oh,
Oh, she was.
yeah.
I think to come in, but see some by Pride.
It's what, 90 days?
Especially if we're not doing local. I don't know if we're doing local or not. Or she was gonna look at that one place that used to be Dakota screeners.
From embroidery and
Yeah. And I don't remember the other place. I think she was looking at 2 different.
Okay,
Oh, like the silk screen?
So say we would need to order it by next meeting.
Okay.
Is that budget, Jason?
What is your budget?
Yeah.
2,500 to start the year.
We've not used any, or we have the Pride.
50, I think, was the registration price for Pride.
And then whatever the registration is for band night.
I can't imagine it'd be more than $50.
yeah.
We probably spent it on 300.
Out of the 4,500.
I mean, what Pride is, I don't think I would.
It is Father's Day weekend.
11th.
Oh, shoot.
The 18th.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that at again? 'Cause it's not.
ESC Energy Center,
Yeah.
There.
climate control facility with a majestic view. Is it Saturday the 17th or Sunday the 18th?
Saturday, the 17th. Thank you.
How soon are you going to put out the sign up sheet?
Right now.
Okay. That also,
Sooner we can get those dates locked.
you out there, it's from Whitney. Let's do sign up sheet this again.
Certainly, so.
Even if that on a QR code.
Sign up sheet this again.
Well, no, then when
Oh.
you scan it, they can sign up for our events.
Yeah. Got it. And a QR code, but then on the website, you're just gonna have to say, sign up for an event and there, click on that, right?
Well, Whitney texted me while we were talking about this. One of the ways that we work with our website to get information from people is we build what's called form. Basically a page, it could be a dedicated page with a code to it. And we can put whatever we want in there. And you could say, if you're interested in getting involved with Human Relations Committee, sign up here. And it would be, name, address, phone number, email. That'd be about it. When someone completes that form, we can tell it who to go to, and it'll go to Whitney and I, we'll both get an email saying, hey, there's a new form submitted by so-and-so. It just is there.
We have it on my website for Earth Trail. It's really neat how it works.
Does it then populate like a spreadsheet for you, or do you have to then
We can
enter?
force it to spit out data. In this case, it would generate an email that would have the same information a spreadsheet would create. So from that, we would then be able to start to say, last month you had 6 new people sign up, here's their name and information, and start to build a resource list and maybe, people that are interested.
It'd probably be better to do it that way. That way, one of us isn't, housing, spreadsheet. Spreadsheet. I don't know what's the rule with in the city of Bismarck, cause I do it for other ones, but
I think it would really be speaking for Whitney here, because she would do the work, but I don't think it's a ton of work for us to do that, and then simply, it's just managing another email is really all it is.
and I
So,
don't feel like we're gonna have 80,000 coming in. 80 pride, we would get.
Email, I'm gonna use to sign up for any catalog that I want to look at, sorry, they request information, you gotta put your email in there, that's what I'm about.
so where it would go, you go to the homepage, Bismarck, you go to administration, which is our department, or you can go to, well, here, let me back up, you can go to boards and committees too. Here. Human Relations Committee, click this link and this is your page. It would be somewhere in here. It would get a heading, get involved or sign up or volunteer or whatever it says. Click the link and it takes you to a new screen. You fill out the screen and you're done.
I think we would want to be very, sign up to hear about volunteer opportunities, or we'd want to make it clear that they're not going to be getting newsletters from us, that we're not going to be communicating from every meeting or anything, but that we'll read.
I'm not gonna spam them,
Yeah,
because the word you're using, you're looking for.
sign up for volunteer opportunities or something like that, just so that also they have no expectations of us to be in constant communication with them.
Okay, see what we have to do. Put it on for the next agenda.
Do you think sorry, I didn't mean to jump in. Are we good with that new business? Okay. Just pivoting back to something Tia mentioned, are we anywhere close to having cards to hand out at our next event with the podcast QR code? If we had discussed that at last month's meeting.
Yeah, now that it has a landing page.
Okay.
They want to pass them out when?
In defense.
Our next event is next Monday.
I don't know if that's the right hobby. Well,
It's diversity. It's,
Yeah.
it's in the world. We're not gonna give it to the little kids, parents are with them.
Why not little kids?
I like to listen to them.
It's true, 8-year-olds have phones. Yeah, if we could, that would be ideal.
We'd almost probably have to go like with some 8-year-old listening to it and being like, hey, mom, listen to this. Yeah. So, I mean, that's how I get all my music these days. Like, she said,
Yeah.
With this, it's like for music.
Do a video chat, Grandpa, you gotta listen to this.
The person that we would have do those is out tomorrow, but I will talk with her on Wednesday and see if she can pull something together for Monday. It's the sun, but
And at a bare minimum, even if they could create the QR code, we could just print
One.
one and have it at our desk.
Mhm.
That would, I mean, even that, like if I could get the JPEG, I could print
Has
it.
a logo on it.
Yeah, just that even, so people could scan it.
Stuff like you.
Okay. If nothing else, Alyssa can do one for Monday and then change it or redesign it or something down the road, so at least they have something to put at the table. So,
Any other business?
Where are we at with the score? What am I trying to say, Doug?
the I score,
The MEI score. I would like to apologize to the committee. I dropped the ball on getting this together over this last month. So we have made no movement on that. My hope is that this evening when I get home, I can send something out right away. So we can get some movement on it this month. So that is, I'm going to set an alarm right now. But because we need to get together and try and discuss how we want to address this. So
Cause wasn't there a place down in South Dakota that we were gonna?
Hurricanes.
yeah,
Cause is there a deadline date with that? No,
no. We had a 2-year goal to get some movement with the city commission, which we probably should report that we have had some movement on it. And we are continuing to develop. No. Sorry, what?
Conversation.
Yes. Yep, we have had upward movement, so there has been,
Progress.
yep,
and what?
with the MEI score from 2 years ago till today.
Our score improved, basically.
By how much?
3 points or something.
Mhm. 3 points. More than 0, thank
I was
you.
gonna say, that sounds like dismal.
We didn't go down.
We're just slowly climbing.
We're hoping for more movement than 3 points a year, but. So,
but if you make too much movement all at once, then it's hard to, and the next year when you only make a little bit, then people are like, oh, why did you move down? And you're like, oh.
that's a great way to put it.
The 3 points a year is progress. You know, we don't want to get to 100 right away.
No.
Then we have to maintain 100.
True. Anything else? Hearing nothing else. Let's go ahead and adjourn. Thank you, everybody.
You have a sister named Gina.
I do. My oldest sister is Gina.
We went to college with your sister
Ah,
back in